Howdy, and welcome back. I'm Steven, and this is FWP Reviews. Today, I, Steven, bring you, the viewer, another episode of FWP Essentials. This episode will center around a movie that will make even the most stable person spiral endlessly, and that movie is A Star is Born. A Star is Born is about when a mommy star and a daddy star love each other That's gotta be the wrong script. A Star is Born really centers around an established star meeting and falling in love with a struggling artist. He convinces her to come into the spotlight with him when she is considering giving up singing altogether. The masses fall in love with her, and what follows is a triumph as well as a tragedy that centers around addiction, love, and many other strong thematic elements. It's a film for the ages, and without further ado, my thoughts on A Star is Born. As with all of my FWP Essential episodes, I will now throw around some filmmaking terms that I have learned over the years so that I sound more film savvy. It's easy to start with this, but we'll start with the performances. Lady Gaga can really act. I mean, this performance is absolutely stellar. I knew she was talented, and if you had asked me, I probably would have guessed that she was a good actor, but man, she really knocks it out of the park here. Bradley Cooper also kills it. He labors over this role in a way that is incredibly admirable. Sam Elliott's character is small and written very well, but he still manages to bring something special to that role, besides his awesome mustache. Bradley Cooper's directorial debut went about as swimmingly as one could hope for. It's like watching him off the deep end as he dives right into it. He does a great job in his directorial role, and he also does a really good job in his writing role alongside Eric Roth and Will Fetters. It takes a classic story and gives it a modern edge while keeping its integrity. It is a thematically strong film and can apply to both the music and the acting industry, and this gives it thematic layers. The music in this film really said whoops all bangers.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Shallow's I'll Never Love Again and Always Remember Us This Way immediately come to mind just from memory. The performances of the music are also incredible. The music throughout leaves the viewer in awe for a reason. It's because the music is something special and it highlights the strength of the film through its music. The music, as previously mentioned, is stellar. A part of this can be contributed to the sound editing and mixing teams. The team handles moments with music very effectively. It is also very effective in scenes with large concert crowds. In these scenes, it is very atmospheric and ultimately very effective. A Star is Born is thematically rich. No, not like that, like this. The movie complements its effective filmmaking with its strong themes in order to make an emotional and valuable film. The many thematic elements in this movie center around addiction, love, depression, and the rise to and fall from fame. Addiction and depression run thematically parallel in this movie. We see Jax continually struggling with addiction to controlled substances throughout the movie. Coupling this with his struggle with depression, we get one of the most effectively written and portrayed parts of the movie. We see his addiction in many stages as well as many of the reasons behind it, and this creates a lot of strong character moments. The rise to and the contrasting fall from stardom is the strongest element in this narrative. This opposing narrative line has complex implications for the thematic elements of this movie. One of the strongest but most tragic parts of this is how we see the love story is doomed from the start. It's painful to watch because these two are really only human despite their celebrity status. The rise of Allie in this movie is incredibly inspiring, but the fall of Jax is even more devastating. The addiction and depression-based themes play very effectively into Jax's downfall. We see an interesting dynamic as Jax begins to fall lower and Allie has to helplessly watch as she continues to rise higher. This is why this is the strongest theme that this movie puts forth. Why is it essential? Well, why not? Can't you just take my word for it? No? I have to prove it? Fine, I'll prove it. A Star is Born is essential firstly because of its combination of strong filmmaking with effective thematic elements. This is especially apparent between the themes and the narrative filmmaking elements that coincide with the rise of Allie and the parallel fall of Jax. Another strong element of this film that makes me fall in love with it, ironically, is the love story. It's beautiful and tragic. It's about all that love should be and all that love shouldn't be. It wrenches any viewer's heart and makes them weep at the ending. This movie serves as a way to remind us that celebrities are just humans like us. They are often enough struggling with the same things that we see ourselves struggling with. We see fame taking the life right out of them right after it was the thing giving them life. It's incredibly painful to watch at times, but the path it takes the viewer on is unforgettable. It hits all the right notes, literally. The music is dumbfounding and inspiring. It makes the film something else entirely than it would have been if it had just been good enough music. The ending of this film, as any viewer might know, is heart-wrenching. I want anyone who hasn't seen the movie to be able to see it without knowing the ending, but anybody who has seen the ending knows that it elevates this movie even higher. And with that, another FWP Essential is wrapped up. I have a huge list of FWP Essential episodes that I would like to make, longer than any chore list your mom has ever given you. With that in mind, I would love you to comment your essential movie/movies so that we can interact a little bit about it. If I haven't seen the movie you deem as essential, I'll try to watch it and give you a review of it. With that, subscribe if you're new, and give my Instagram at FWPReviews100 a follow for daily written reviews about the newest movies. Until we meet again, this is Steven with FWP Reviews signing off. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.